G'day legends, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Power Wheels, the spot where we get stuck into the freshest rides, the tech that drives them, and what they're really like to live with. If you're new around here, make sure you give that subscribe button a good old tap so you don't miss any of our upcoming reviews. Today, we've got something a bit special, something that's already stirring up plenty of chat in the car world, the 2025 BYD Leopard 8. Now, for those who might not have heard of it yet, BYD's been on a tear lately, absolutely charging through the EV and hybrid scene like a kangaroo on a mission. But the Leopard 8 isn't just another run-of-the-mill SUV. Nah, this beast is aimed squarely at the big, tough off-roaders, the kind of rigs that Aussies love taking into the bush, over red dirt tracks, and straight through the surf if they can. It's BYD's crack at proving they can build a proper Power Wheels machine, something with grunt, style, and the right kit to go toe-to-toe with the heavyweights. First glance at the Leopard 8, and you can tell they're not mucking around. It's got that squared-off, chunky silhouette, all strong lines and big stance, something that makes it look right at home next to a LandCruiser or a Patrol. The front end's bold, with a wide grille that screams presence, and the lighting setup is sharp, almost futuristic. From the side, the proportions are spot on, lifted just high enough to clear gnarly obstacles but sleek enough not to look like a brick. It's a mix of tough and modern, which is exactly what buyers are chasing these days. Now let's yarn about the tech inside, because BYD's never shy when it comes to loading up the cabin. The Leopard 8 greets you with a massive screen setup. We are talking one of the biggest infotainment displays in the class, paired with a crisp digital driver's cluster. It's a bit like stepping into a spaceship, but one that still knows you've got kids in the back and a dog that's probably covered in sand. You've got all the connectivity you could ask for, from wireless Apple CarPlay to over-the-air updates that keep the car fresh long after you've bought it. But here's where it gets juicy, under the bonnet and beneath the skin. The Leopard 8 runs on BYD's DMI hybrid platform, blending a turbocharged petrol engine with electric motors for a combined output that'll make even the skeptics nod with approval. We're talking north of 400 kilowatts in the flagship trim, which puts it in proper Power Wheels territory. That's the sort of shove that'll tow your caravan up a steep pass without breaking a sweat, or get you overtaking a road train out in the Outback with absolute confidence. And don't think it's just about power on paper. The Leopard 8's all-wheel drive system has been tuned for real off-road use. It's got locking diffs, clever torque vectoring, and multiple terrain modes that'll adapt to whatever you throw at it. Sand, mud, snow, you name it. Ground clearance is generous, approach and departure angles are competitive, and BYD's even integrated some smart camera systems to give you a 360-degree view when you're crawling over tricky rocks or backing into a tight spot at Bunnings. The battery side of things is worth a mention too. BYD's famous for its Blade Battery tech, safe, efficient, and long-lasting, and the Leopard 8 uses it to deliver solid electric-only range. You can duck around town on EV mode, saving fuel and emissions, and then let the petrol engine kick in when you're heading interstate or off the beaten track. It's that dual nature that makes it so appealing, because Aussies love a car that can do it all. Hop into the back, and you'll notice space is generous. The Leopard 8's been designed with families in mind. There's 3 rows of seats, heaps of legroom, and more storage nooks than you can poke a stick at. The boot's big enough for camping gear, surfboards, or the weekly woolly shop, and with the rear seats folded, it turns into a proper gear hauler. BYD's even thought of the little things: wireless charging pads, USB-C ports everywhere, and clever climate control so no one's whinging about being too hot or too cold. One thing that surprised me is how refined it feels on the road. A lot of off-roaders sacrifice comfort for toughness, but the Leopard 8 suspension is tuned to give you a plush ride when you're cruising through the city, while still handling corrugations and potholes out bush. The cabin's quiet, with hardly any wind or road noise, and the seats are trimmed in premium materials that feel top shelf. For a brand that's still earning its stripes in markets like ours, this feels seriously polished. Of course, safety's front and center. BYD's thrown in the full suite of driver assist tech, adaptive cruise, lane keep, blind spot monitoring, auto emergency braking, the works. But it's not just about ticking boxes, it actually feels intuitive and smooth, not intrusive like some systems can be. That's a big win for long road trips across Australia, where fatigue and unexpected wildlife are always part of the challenge. Now, let's get real for a moment. Aussies love their Toyota LandCruisers, their Patrols, their Hiluxes. It's almost cultural. So the Leopard 8's got a mountain to climb when it comes to winning hearts here. But here's the kicker, If BYD can deliver this thing at a competitive price, with the hybrid efficiency and the load of features it packs in, it could genuinely shake things up. People are open to alternatives, especially when fuel prices are through the roof and the demand for something greener is growing. Another point worth mentioning is BYD's reputation for reliability is still being built. Toyota's got decades of trust out here, and that's tough to beat. But BYD's track record in China and other markets shows they're quick learners, and their rapid improvements in battery safety and build quality prove they're not cutting corners. The Leopard 8 might just be the model that convinces more Aussies to give the badge a crack. So, who's the Leopard 8 for? Honestly, it's for families who want one car that can do everything. Daily school runs, weekend beach trips, long holidays towing a camper, and the occasional serious 4WD adventure. It's built for all of it. It's also for those who want a slice of the future without giving up the practicality of a traditional SUV. And, of course, it's for anyone chasing a fresh set of power wheels that stand out from the pack. Before we wrap this up, let me say this. The 2025 BYD Leopard 8 feels like more than just a new car. It feels like a statement from BYD that they're ready to play in the big league, not just in EVs but in proper, tough SUVs. If it lives up to the hype once it lands in Aussie showrooms, it could be one of the most exciting releases we've seen in years. Alright folks, that's our deep dive into the BYD Leopard 8. Let us know in the comments. Would you take a punt on this over the traditional favorites, or do you reckon Aussies will stick with what they know? Either way, it's going to be fascinating to see how this one goes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you're first in line when we drop more reviews right here on Power Wheels. Cheers for watching, and we'll catch YA on the next one.